Zip it, lock it, put it in your pocket. Not today. We're telling secrets. Hey everyone, my name is Matt Swierk and I'm a local real estate expert right here in Massachusetts with the Legacy Star team powered by Keller Williams Realty. Now, if this is the first time you've come to this channel, welcome. We're really excited. If you want to know what it's like to eat, sleep, drink, play, and some of the 5 secrets to living in Boston, then you're definitely going to want to subscribe to the channel. Click the little bell every time we make a new video. You're going to be notified. So we're having so much fun with this. You could tell as I'm laughing here. We recently had someone that had a lot of questions about coming from California over to Massachusetts. She had tons of questions. We had tons of answers for her. She started off by emailing us. You can email us. You can text us. You can give us a call. Whatever's most convenient for you. And remember, when it comes to Massachusetts, we've got your back. All right, so today, don't tell anyone. We're talking about 5 secrets about living in Boston. Not a secret. We got this going out to the world. So this is going to be fast and furious. We're pretty excited about this. This is another fun one for us to talk about. I think the first secret we have to talk about is where is the best Italian sub in Boston? Probably going to get some things thrown at me for this one. Absolutely, Monica's, cell phone was flipped over. I apologize. But Monica's Mercado over on Salem Street in the North End. Absolutely fantastic specialty grocery store. Of course, being in the North End, it's an Italian specialty store. They have everything, they have a lot of meals that they prepare there. All the ingredients that they use are actually for sale. Awesome wine list, great beer there. But their Italian sub, holy moly, it is fantastic. Highly recommend that you go the right way of pouring the oil all over it with the seasonings. Don't forget to add the huts on there. Oh my gosh, it's unbelievable. The bread is so fresh. The meat is so thin, like you could probably see through it. So that's the first secret. If you want the best Italian sandwich sub, go over there. And that Salem runs parallel with Hanover Street. So anyone that knows the North End, that's the famous street with all the well-known restaurants. But lots of nooks and crannies over there. But that's the best Italian sub. Another little secret has to do with saving money going to any really big events in the city. So you can easily pay $40 or $50 to park for a place, right? It can be pretty expensive. So our big secret is going out on the other, not going out, but our train lines kind of runs all over the place, right? And it's really easy. I like to park out on the north side of the city in Alewife. And basically I take the red line in. I'm paying maybe like $6 to park there. So it's a lot cheaper than spending $40 or $50. And I got to tell you, I've been to a lot of sporting events where, like if I'm not there first and I end up parking last, guess when I'm leaving? Yeah, I'm leaving at the very end. And there's been times at like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, like I'm leaving a game and maybe I'm calling into sick the next day. All right, so anyway. So absolutely, you want to find kind of these offset parking places. I wish I could tell you, like, go down this little street and here's a little corner lot. We used to have one of those when I was a kid, and then the word just got out, the secret was out, and so now they're like, yeah, we'll charge you $45 to park here. Sure, no problem. So one thing I will tell you as well is that our train system runs on what's called a Charlie card, and what's important is you want to load up your return trip before you actually go in, right? And the reason being is same type of thing. A lot of people forget to load up the card, and then all of a sudden they're standing in line feeding money into an ATM or into this machine to load up their thing so that they can take the train ride back. So definitely load that up before you go home. Save yourself a ton of headache, right? Now, when I talk about events that, you know from the other videos that, we love our sports here, of course. And so my other tip has to do with how do you go to the game and save money, right? I remember years and years ago I had season tickets to the Bruins. I remember I think they were playing the Dallas Stars at the time. There was a big exciting game. A buddy of mine was going to the game with us. We stood in line for him to get a ticket. There was a family. This gentleman, it looks like he had his son and a couple of their friends. And I cannot tell you, like, the price to get in what he was paying. You could see it, like, he couldn't bring the kids home and be like, this is way too expensive. And, he had to take out a second mortgage to get the tickets. And then just think about 3 little kids going to a sporting event. Like, yes, they're getting popcorn, they want soda, they want nachos, they want the bear claw. I'm not talking the pastry, I'm talking the foam thing, the puck head, right? So, not a cheese head. It can be expensive just getting tickets, right? So what's the secret? Standing room only, right? Those of you that know, like I just referenced the Bruins, I'm a huge hockey fan. Of course, being from this area, I love all the sports teams. I'm not the biggest fan of baseball or basketball. However, I root for those teams because that's our home team. When I go to a baseball game, I like to go in after the 3rd inning, and maybe I'm out of there by like the 6th inning, right? Like I can't, the longest I like to sit down is probably making these videos. So I'm constantly on the move. And I don't like to just sit in that seat, right? Unless it's hockey, of course, and even football, like I'm moving around. So what's awesome, especially with Fenway, and this is what I love, there's so many different areas that you can buy standing room only tickets for, right? The best ones now that people love are standing room only on the Green Monster. That's that big wall that's on left field over at Fenway Park. Then you have all these different pavilions. There's grandstand seat, standing room only. One of my super favorite places is this pavilion that's good. Like, you can't even really watch the game, but there's all these tables. There's an opportunity to get a drink or two, grab some peanuts. So I love just kind of hanging out there and just the excitement of the crowd behind me. And if someone, the crowd starts going crazy, of course I'm going to get up and take a look. But yeah, I'm fake when it comes to being a Red Sox fan. But I definitely go there just for kind of the social aspect and have fun with it. And paying standing room only, like, not that big of a deal, right? One of our favorite places for standing room, or not standing room only, but for discounted tickets, is we have the Pesky pole, right? Johnny Pesky, famous Red Sox player from years ago. He was considered Mr. Red Sox. He won this big game by hitting this pole off to the right field, so they named him that after that pole, right? So if anyone ever bought tickets and saw this cheap price by sitting near the pole, you didn't really notice till you sit down that the pole's in front of you. So most of the game, you're like, right? I feel like I'm doing some exercise. So that's, that you can get discount tickets for that too. Same thing as far as over at the garden there, the old one before they tore it down had all these big columns, right? Like up in the balcony area. And same type of thing. You could get a really cheap ticket if you sat behind, that column. So same type of thing. People looking this way, people looking this way. Like, not really a fun way to watch the game. However, with the new garden over there, they've made a lot of changes, and now kind of up above, they have this huge area that you can get standing room only seats. There's this like mile-long bar that has every beer you can imagine and spirits and everything. There's a lot of cool little areas to kind of sit down with some padded chairs to watch the game. So I love that. One of my favorite things is over at Gillette. Even if I have seats, I love walking around. If anyone's watched the games and you kind of see those bridges over the end zone or at one side of the end zone, like, that's one of my favorite places to watch the game. So that's a big secret. Standing room only, right? And you usually can get those tickets because, of course, they want to pack in as many people as they can. So another secret that we have, this is actually funny. We talked about this in another video as far as some of the top things to do in Boston, and we highlighted some of the museums, right? We have all kinds of things here in the city. And we talked about the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum, right? Say that 25 times fast, even 3. It's a really interesting collection of European, Asian, American art, tapestries, sculptures, you name it, they have it there. It's very, very diverse. One of the things I absolutely love is they have this beautiful courtyard that you can go out. They actually have a greenhouse that in the wintertime they take all the plants inside. So that's really nice. What's the secret about it? If your name is Isabella, you get in for free. So all my Isabellas out there, come to Boston, go to the museum, enjoy it. It's going to be awesome. You're going to love it. And my daughter's middle name is Isabella, and I don't know if she'll get the discount. We haven't tried that yet. So she's younger, and I don't think she'd appreciate the museum for what, like I would. She wants to go to the Children's Museum or the Museum of Science, see the giant thing. You put your finger on it, shocks you. We'll talk about that in another video. And the giant T-Rex. So I'm getting sidetracked here. So that's another one of our secrets. This secret I absolutely love, and it's not necessarily in Boston. It's right next door in Cambridge. So there is a place called Kendall Square, right? And what's interesting is that there's a garage there, right? And on the top of the garage is this rooftop, like paradise, right? It's an oasis. You kind of, you go park your car there, and if you want to go, you like walk up the stairs, you follow the signs. You walk into this area that overlooks the city, like beautiful views, very, very peaceful, lots of trees. There's picnic tables to sit down and enjoy your lunch if you're working over there or if you're visiting. And the fun thing is in the summertime, they actually run cooking classes up there. So you can be in the city kind of hanging outside, doing some cooking classes and having some fun doing that. So that's definitely a big secret. I brought that up to Tyler. He's like, I didn't even know that secret. So hopefully a couple of you guys get educated on the secret garage, the secret rooftop garage, the secret rooftop garage garden. Got it. Okay. So those are our 5, right? And then Tyler said, "Matt, how about this other secret?" And I said, "What is it?" And so I said, "All right, we'll slip that one in. We'll give the viewers a bonus secret." Here's the secret. When it comes to music in the city, we have awesome options, right? And of course, everyone's going to think like, again, Gillette Stadium where the Patriots play, that's not in the city or anywhere close. That's why the New England Patriots, not the Boston Patriots. So as far as Gillette, giant outdoor stadium, giant bands, big events there. Then you also, once in a while, there's actually concerts over in Fenway, which is interesting. That's a fairly new thing. They even had the outdoor classic, the Winter Classic there for anyone that plays hockey. That was held over at Fenway. However, as far as music, the next big venue, excuse me, the next big venue is the Boston Garden, right? The TD Garden, which is called now. So of course you have all the big names there, and everyone's going to pay, an arm and a leg to get in there. You're dealing with a lot of crowds. It's absolute madness. Coming in and out, of course, if you're going to go there, park over at Alewife, like I told you. However, the secret is we have a lot of little venues that have some big names, right? So we have the House of Blues. There's actually 2 House of Blues. There's one in Cambridge in Harvard Square. Then there's another one that's actually on Lansdowne Street, right, which is one of the streets that is borders Fenway Park, right? So that has so many people that come in there, like really great names. We also have the Berkeley Performance Center, the Berkeley School of Music. That is a great place. Some really good names come in there. The college opens that up for the public for them to come in. We also have the Middle East, which is over in Cambridge, again, a little bit over next to the city. Spent a lot of time going down there. The other place I was thinking, Tyler, the Rathskeller. I don't know if you're not old enough to remember that place. He's shaking his head, yes. That's a whole nother video as far as some of the trashy clubs in Boston. Great music though, but absolute hole in the wall. So there's we were only going to give you 5 secrets. We threw that last one in there as a little bonus, thanks to the man, the myth, the legend behind the camera. So there's lots of secrets as far as the city is concerned. We just want to give you a couple fun ones that we thought would be interesting. And really, if you are looking to relocate to the area, if you're looking to just come here on a visit, you're looking to rent, whatever you need here, and any questions you have, really simple to get in touch with us. Shoot us an email, shoot us a text, give us a call. We're always willing to help. And when it comes to Massachusetts, we've always got your back.